hardest beating because I
0%. Oh, the meter's moving up. Are we at 2? Are we pushing 3?
We're at 20% already, Kangas. Like this is a fantastic draft from GameLord, an absolutely fantastic draft, and a big shout out to the coach of GameLord to just instantly identify that. You saw how fast he picked that Garen, right? You saw instant, boom, Garen. The reason is full AD composition. He saw what I saw. It was easy to pick, and Ruiz is really, really dirty on this Garen in the mid lane.
And that did not look like confident faces on the side of Flash Wolves. I don't know if they were expecting this pivot in the draft, but that's what GameLord brings, baby. Let's see if it's going to be enough to get them a win here against the number 2 seed from the WCS. A scary representative for the SEA region into game 1 of Flash Wolves versus GameLord.
Man, I'm so excited about this. Jash is playing an APC. As I said, I've never seen this guy play an APC. So it's going to be interesting to see how confident he's going to be, right? Up against Bruce in the Dragon lane. Yeah, so Bruce in the Dragon lane. This is a lane swap. We got Baya in the mid lane.
Exactly. Baya subbing in now. And Bruce, the player that plays everything, this is what we expected from Flash Wolves. It does make sense given the champion pool of these players. But I want to start zooming in, focusing on the game plan of each of these teams, each of these compositions. What should we expect as win conditions, starting with Flash Wolves?
Scaling into the late game, for sure. Surviving the early game aggressiveness from GameLord, and not just early game, early mid game, which is Heste roaming around, Redemption ganking, and then getting into the late game.
Heste roaming around would be great for the side of GameLord. Lonely Kid actually taking a really rough trade from Ysera. This is the player, the young prodigy that we're looking at. Also scraps in the Dragon lanes. Blade missing, but they're still going for it. Heste could be in trouble. He walks back in, and first blood for Josh. Eason now running.
Is that really going to be the answer to this full AD composition? Because how else are you supposed to go through it? Like, the only one way I see them go through it is Lonely Kid fighting Ysera.
Oh, wait, this is going to be a kill? He can get the auto! And the execute. Lonely Kid with a solo, but Cookie wants to trade it right back. Pops the Ragnarok. That's a barrier from Lonely Kid, and he goes down. Cookie will trade.
Ysera failed his flash there, Kangas. I believe it was a finger slip because he gave a free kill to Lonely Kid. That's the one person you absolutely don't want to be giving a free kill to, and that's a bit of an unfortunate start for Ysera, as he was doing pretty well.
For a bomb to try and clear the way. That's going to be 2 plates. Is this
That's going to be a turret?
That's a full turret from Flash Wolves. The engage comes through from Heste. He feels pressured to make something happen. Now Flash is away, but that means Jash is all alone. Ruiz cannot save him. The Dragon lane both go down from GameLord, and Flash Wolves, they just commit to the play.
And Baya is basically being the Bruce of Flash Wolves right now. He's rotating with his jungler. He's doing exactly what Bruce used to do in the mid lane. And it's beautiful to see how well it works out. They got the first turret, they got a lot of kills, and they're nearly 3k ahead, Kangas.
The fact that they just, again, hard committed to it. I think GameLord felt pressured. We don't want to lose this turret. We don't want to lose this turret. And then they try and force the play, and they get hard punished.
It's a Ludus Echo. It's a
Ludus
Echo.
Let's go. I mean, this isn't even that weird for a Yuumi to build. I honestly think this is just correct for Yuumis. You do so much damage anyway on this champion. Why not just do more? Especially when you need to be that AP. Now on to the Herald here. GameLord are approaching. And Heste goes in, not quite with the backup he's looking for, and he's just bursted down. Flash Wolves say we'll gladly take that. They secure the Herald, and GameLords lose 3.
Yeah, there it is. There it is. Like, unfortunately, Redemption was way too focused on smiting that Rift Herald. His entire team was dying off. He was dying off, and all he was trying to do was just smite down the Rift Herald, and he didn't even get it. So they all died. They're losing the Baron lane turret. Ruiz didn't even get the bot lane turret. He was split pushing and didn't get anything with a hull breaker. I think they give this. Like, they really don't care about it, right? Like, GameLord can get it. Flash Wolves is gonna take the mid lane turret. This is why they took the Rift Herald.
And they're gonna contest. Ysera can actually push Redemption off of it. This is what Flash Wolves do. They don't need to take an objective like Dragon. They just stop you from taking it and get something else.
That's right, and now all of them are here, and Flash Wolves is significantly stronger than GameLord at this stage of the game. They're 6k ahead, and unfortunately, I really don't think GameLord can take this fight right now.
They're grouped up, but they are down in gold, 6k, and most of that's been spent from the side of Flash Wolves.
Wow, what happened?
Damage. And yeah, GameLord are getting poked out. They can't approach, and Flash Wolves, they're just being jerks. They're not even on the Dragon. They're just like, walk at us.
You see how much damage Game Lord is taking while nothing is really happening? It's the Yuumi Luden's Echo that just dealt like 20% of Jash's HP. And now they get this dragon as well, Kangas. Just everything is going to the way of Flash Wolves. You can see the only one that's holding on is Lonely Kid on the Baron lane, but it's not enough.
Fantastic macro play from the WCS number 2 seed. Lonely Kid now under the turret here, taking the fight against Vaya. Deathmark used.
Ooh.
Shuriken's missed though, so Lonely Kid is fine.
And a thing that I want to talk about is Hesta. Oh!
Okay, maybe he's not fine. Never mind. Called that one too soon. Vaya does have to flash away though. Mega Inferno Bomb almost gets him. Not quite. And now Heste and Redemption way too far forward. The rest of Flash Wolves are in tow. And Heste, there we go. Bruce following up. Chasing down Lonely Kid. One more kill for the double. 10-2 on the scoreboard for Flash Wolves.
Flash Wolf is just bullying Game Lord at this point. They're playing every single part of the game perfectly. They've taken so many turrets. They've taken all of the objectives. They've taken so trying and practicing is not enough.
And the composition of Flash Wolves, they can pick you off one by one, or they can just hard force the fight at this point. Just engaging onto Game Lord. Heste, unfortunately, again, is the one to fall. Flash Wolves are looking scary. Bruce, 5, 1, and 3. Not too bad for your debut coming down into the Dragon Lane.
And it's crazy to know that Heste is actually known to be the best support in Europe. He's getting destroyed by Eason. Eason is just telling Europe, like, get out of my way. Right? Like, get out of my way. You're nothing in front of me.
Eason's telling Europe, don't leave up Yuumi.
Right. But he can play everything else as well. Like, Yuumi was not even on our list. Like, he plays everything.
Yeah?
The Galio, the Gragas, like, he likes those engaged supports. And now he's showing he can also play the Yuumi. Maybe he can also play the Lulu. He can also play the Karma. Who knows what this guy can play?
Yuumi's one of those things where it's just in the meta right now. There's a reason it has 100% presence at Icon so far, whether it's banned, whether it's picked. And it's not the only reason the Flash Wolves are popping off, though. Let's be honest here. It's great play, but everything from Flash Wolves is working together. They're about to crack their final outer turret. Heste goes in again to try and defend this.
I mean, look at that.
He has,
look at
but
that.
he goes down in the process.
He used the Stone Blade as well.
And meanwhile, we're also losing Ruiz in the Baron lane.
We're losing everything in this game. Lonely Kid picking up a turret, it doesn't matter. He has to go back. He cannot stay because you can see the Rift Herald is going to be pushing down in the Baron lane. Bruce is going to be pushing down in the mid lane. There's pressure everywhere right now.
Jash can clear out this Herald.
Oh,
okay, the turret doesn't actually go down.
Okay, they didn't even take the turret. Interesting. They could have definitely taken the turret. So let's see a 1v1 between Vaya and Lonely Kid right here. Are they going to go for it? You want to be roaming around. Why do you not go for the Deadman's Plate?
It's a good question. Stacking armor would be fantastic right now as Lonely Kid looks for his own trade.
He's going to go for it.
Anya Sarah under the turret, yeah. Cycle will knock you up, and Lonely Kid should just die here.
Ooh.
Oh, misses the upper hand. Sarah flashes for the outplay and picks up the solo kill.
And Cookie is in the middle of the enemy jungle. You can see, oh, Redemption got it.
Hey!
There you go. That's
a little victories.
That's
it's
a little
victories right now, Hells.
Yeah, little victories don't really matter against the big victories because, yeah, unfortunately, Redemption has lost some major objectives. Like, they'll get everything and Game Lord doesn't even know what's happening around them.
Yeah, the Rift belongs to Flash Wolves right now. They're approaching that 10,000 gold lead, and we're 12.5 minutes into this one. We had a long series in our last one, but it's looking like Flash Wolves want to make this one quick here, Hells. They don't need too much more to close out a game like this. If they just get one big team fight with the right wave shoved, with the right setup,
it's game over.
They can just go for end.
And I quickly want to talk about the builds, even though it doesn't really feel relevant. I want to talk about them because Game Lord is up against a full AD compositions. His Stylish Siege is not the item you want to go for.
Sure.
Ruiz, he went for the Hull Breaker, and although I get it, you can split push. That's not the item you go for when you play Garen and you're up against a full AD composition. The #1 rule of thumb is you go for armor.
And honestly, Thornmail has a lot of value too. If you look at the healing from the Yuumi, you look at the healing from the Olaf.
Exactly.
So. Well, we'll see. I feel like Hells is like in a rough position. He was praising the coach. Maybe coach didn't tell them enough of the game plan. He drafted them the tanks, but now it's the resistances that they need.
That's right. The draft was really good. I love this draft, and indeed gave me hope. But it's just not only the items, obviously. Right? Like Flash Wolves, that's how desperate they are for vision. They're starting the Baron, but Kangas, I don't like this because Baron reduces your resistances.
Well, I think they might just get it. Game Lord don't spot it, but there's not enough burst, so now it's the fight like you had been hoping for. Game Lord, they got baited to check the vision, And punished for it. Double kill to Cookie. Chasing out Heste and Jash. The Zig's in trouble. Underneath the turret in the stasis. Might survive for a little longer, but a triple kill. Can he get the quadra kill? Cookie popping off. He didn't quite get it. Bruce stole that one. Maybe Lonely Kid can find something in the Dragon Lane right now. He's pushing for the 1v1 under turret. Oh, he got it! Yes! Lonely Kid! He's gonna get an inhibitor!
I'm telling you, Kaggle, this guy is too cracked. This guy is way too good. It doesn't matter that he's losing so hard. You get it anyways.
He dies for it, but that is a good death, everybody. Lonely Kid making it happen. They have super minions pushing in the Dragon Lane, but with Baron up, we actually see Flash Wolves still pushing in and taking turrets down. Game Lord are about to lose their base.
They do have a Ziggs though. Game Lord does have a Ziggs, which is one of the better champions at defending. As you can see, Ziggs' third ability can slow down a wave. His first ability do a lot of damage. They are good. You can see they are good at defending.
Yeah, they're trying their best to take down these cannon minions, but mid lane's in trouble. Another double cannon wave approaching. They're about to lose their own inhibitor right now.
You can see that, they're trying with their hearts and souls to just defend as much as they can. Unfortunately, losing the mid lane inhibitor, which is not the end of the world, but this side lane one is going to be an important one.
Yeah, it's looking pretty doomed right now. Game Lord, they felt good getting that one sneaky inhibitor take, but they're answered back with two Flash Wolves doing such a good job with this Baron push. They had 10,000 gold lead.
And that was quite an important thing to be burned. You can see Game Lord just getting poked out over and over again.
They're approaching, but the engage actually from Ysera, Cyclone, and now Cookie joins. The blender is grinding from Flash Wolves as they just eliminate Game Lord from the fight like it was nothing. 1 for 5 ace, and Flash Wolves will take game 1.
I'm not sure why Game Lord is laughing so much. They're having way too much fun. Guys, you're losing. You just got destroyed by Flash Wolves. Why are you all laughing?
A Prime Gaming ace into a Nexus take. That is how you end a game. Flash Wolves up 1-0 in the series.
And that's exactly